Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Dougie. Today we're going to do a nice summer thing, but you could do it all year long. Bruschetta, however you want to say it. This is my version of making it. It's probably not different from everyone else, but this is what we do and this is what you're going to need. I've got 5 vine-ripe tomatoes here. I have 1 bunch of very fresh basil. I've got a nice red onion. I've got a couple tablespoons of fresh minced garlic, some salt, and some balsamic vinegar. We're gonna chop up all this stuff, put it together, and then when I'm done, I will show you how to make garlic crostini for the final part of the appetizer. But let me get started on these tomatoes. Okay, I've diced those 5 tomatoes. We've got them here. I'm going to work on the onion now. I always use a red onion, but if all you have is a white onion, yellow onion, sweet onion, you're fine. Don't worry about it. But just for color and stuff, I like the red. Okay, tomatoes and onions are diced up nice and small. Let's move on to the basil. Here we have a nice one. This is how most chefs do it. They will pick out some leaves. I'm not gonna need all of this, that'd be an awful lot, but we'll get some nice leaves here and we're gonna roll them up like a cigar and then shred them very thin. Remember, not big on the stems. We want all leaves. Okay, so we've got a stack of leaves like this, right? Now we're gonna roll this up like a cigar. So you'll start at one end and just keep it tight. And you roll it up just like you're gonna make yourself a stogie. Okay, so I've got my little tube here, and I'm gonna shred it nice and thin. Okay, we have our basil in there. Let's throw our 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. Now, on that basil, the way I did it, I do that because it's easier to shred and you get more uniformity out of it instead of having to chop it up and looks up fugly. This is a nice clean way of doing it. It's a nice way to garnish your pasta too. So let's go ahead and we got the garlic. Let's put in a nice tablespoon of salt and a little splash of balsamic vinegar just to wake it up. Let's give it a mix. I want to make sure that garlic gets incorporated in everything. This is something you don't want to make a day in advance. This is something you want to make the day of the event. It just doesn't keep well. The tomatoes lose it. But fresh, unbelievably good. And as I said, you can top chicken, grilled chicken with this, make a bruschetta chicken, or do the appetizer. But take a look at this. It's really a thing of beauty. Let's do a taste. Every good chef tastes their work to see if it needs an adjustment. I would add just a little bit more balsamic vinegar. I'm looking for that robust. And I think that's going to be fantastic. So we're gonna set this to the side and I'm gonna start on the crostini. This is a garlic herb Parmesan crostini, super easy to make. Let me clean this up and we'll go. Okay, we're back. We have the bruschetta ready, sitting. We're gonna drain the juice from it in a little bit, but now we're gonna start on the crostini. I've got a nice baguette. We're lucky enough to have a place that bakes them fresh every day and I can go drive through, $1.50. So let me cut these things into crostinis, just little thin slices. So we'll take off the heel, take off both heels. This is what we're aiming for, something like this, just so it's going to be a garlic crostini to hold the bruschetta on it to serve. Okay, I've got some minced garlic. There's probably 10, 15 cloves in here that I've chopped up already and infused it into some extra virgin olive oil. So what I'm going to do is just dip each one onto this and place it on a sheet pan with some parchment paper. Then I'll season it with some Italian herbs and a little Parmesan and pop it in the oven. Some people put a little olive oil in the bruschetta, and that's not a problem at all, but I'm trying to avoid that extra fat because we're going to have a lot of oil on our crostini, and they'll be able to taste the olive oil with that product. So we're going to get started. Again. Easy pleasy. Boom.
You're going to mention that?
I'm dipping on one side, it's plenty. Don't want to make it soggy, you just want a little. Okay, I've got 2 baguettes already sliced and oiled with our infused, garlic infused oil. That's 2 whole baguettes. I've got about half that garlic remaining that's already diced. So we're just gonna put a little olive oil on this and cover it in plastic and set it in the refrigerator. And so when I need garlic during the week, I've got minced garlic ready to rock. Nothing wasted. Okay, so let's go on to seasoning this. We're gonna add a little bit of Italian seasoning. Okay, so we're going on to the Italian seasoning. We're gonna put some on. You know what? I don't like doing it like that. I like it like this. Okay, the Italian seasoning's down. Now I've got some nice grated Parmesan. We're just gonna dust the tops of these. Then we're gonna pop them in the oven and just toast them up a bit. I don't wanna get them too hard, but we'll go nice and easy. So keep an eye on them. I've got my oven set at 400 degrees. I'm gonna drop them in right now. I'm gonna watch these things. Should not take more than 5 minutes, so we'll take a peek. Okay, I went about 8 minutes. Just fine. Just starting to get around the edges here. I don't want them super, super crunchy. I just want them right in between. And I think I'm gonna get that with these perfectly. All right, let these cool and then I'll give them a taste test. Okay guys, we're ready to go. If you were doing a past appetizer, you can build these things like this. But if you're, if we're gonna pass these, if I'm working a catering function, we would just build it like that, put them on a tray and they'd be hand passed with a napkin. If you were serving it at a party, just keep it in a bowl and then get your crostini on a tray like this next to it and they can build it themselves. The reason being you don't want it to go soggy. So I drain this juice here several times because the salt pulls out a lot of the moisture. But then again, this is our finished product right here. The garlic crostini with a fresh dab of the bruschetta. Let me give it a try. A great appetizer anytime. And everybody will think that you're totally Italian or gourmet or both. But thanks for watching. Tell some friends, get me going on some subscriptions. And thanks for watching. Peace out.